The story starts with Miles, a young motorbike racer competing in a high-stakes racing tournament. In the first round, an accident occurs and his bike's chain breaks down, risking his chances of victory. Just when things look hopeless, a girl named Sarah appears to save the day. She steps ahead to help Miles, giving him a spare chain and letting him to rejoin the race. Miles Hill wants to be a motocross racer, but his father Chuck believes he should aim higher towards a better future. Miles frequently fights with Chuck because Miles does not believe he will be able to attend college, and their relationship is additionally damaged as a result of his mother's death. At Crane Systems, scientists Andrick and Randall are looking for a missing asset, a robotic dog named AXL. AXL is a top-secret robotic dog developed by the military to aid in the protection of tomorrow's warriors. The scientists who built him named him AXL, which stands for Attack, Exploration, and Logistics. One evening, Miles goes to a party at the house of Sam Fontaine, a wealthy young man who swindles off his wealthy father. Sam takes an interest in extreme sports as well. Miles runs into Sarah once again at that point. After the party, Sam and his friends invite Miles to the hills so they may film him riding a motorbike. Miles agrees and goes to that place. When Miles wasn't looking at his bike, some of Sam's boys poured a purple beverage into Miles' bike tank. As a result, Miles met with an accident at the beginning of the race. He collapsed, and his bike also broke down. Sam and his companions walked away from the location and left Miles alone. Miles fixed his bike in that area, and when he was going to depart after fixing his bike there, he heard some voices coming from nearby containers. When he went to inspect the area, he came across to AXL. At first, Miles fled out of fear, and AXL followed him. However, when AXL was following him, he was struck by a few iron rods, one of which landed in the middle of AXL. Miles stopped there and went to see how he was doing. Miles decided to remove the rod since he felt horrible about AXL. After this, they got quite friendly. After asking Sam about Miles's whereabouts, Sarah locates him. When she first sees AXL, she is afraid. But as soon as Miles shows him to be friendly, she quickly gains trust in him. They spend the evening in the area talking over a campfire about their personal lives, including Miles's mother's passing and Sarah's absent father. Meanwhile, Andrick and Randall continue to observe AXL's activities and interactions, waiting for Miles to discover a specific key that grants him control and access to AXL. Sarah begins sketching on the wall to demonstrate her abilities. AXL repeats the movements, and something in him activates, displaying a movie describing what AXL is and that he was developed as a killing machine. Sam goes to the yard and talks to Sarah. She argues with him when he acts as if she is leaving him for Miles. Then there came Miles and Sam moved to attack him, but AXL attacked Sam instead. Sarah tells Miles to take AXL away from Sam before he can hurt him. After warning Sam to keep away from Sarah, Miles let him go. After hiding AXL, Miles and Sarah go back to Miles's house. Miles tries to explain AXL to his father, but he doesn't want his son to be in possession of anything dangerous or illegal. At the same time, Sam and his men go after AXL. They use a flamethrower to assault him and seriously hurt him. After seeing a notification on their phones, Miles and Sarah dash back to save AXL. AXL was entirely burned when they arrived, so they moved him to their workspace and attempted to repair him. AXL was rebooting when the Army's men came there and tried to destroy him, but then AXL got rebooted completely, so he attacks them and then went after Sam to kill him. When AXL finds Sam, Sam attempts to attack him with a flamethrower once more, but Sam's device soon goes off. He was now in front of AXL. AXL was about to attack Sam when Miles and Sarah came in front of AXL. They stop him from attacking Sam, but at the same moment, some of scientist Andrick's robots arrive and launch an attack on AXL. The scientists then brought AXL to his lab where they completely erase all of his memory. When Sarah appeared in front of AXL, he positioned himself to attack her because all of his memories were erased. At this, Sarah proceeds to show AXL a drawing that she created when they were in Miles' workplace. After seeing that drawing, AXL instantly recovered his memory and attacked the scientist. Scientists ran outdoors to save his life, and then military personnel arrived. They captured Scientist, and Sarah immediately came out and surrendered. She does this because she wanted to give some time to Miles to fix the AXL inside. Miles fixed AXL, and the two of them prepared to go. Axel paved the way for Miles, and the two of them ran. A military chopper and drones follow them. During this, Miles lost control of his motorbike and suffered injuries. Miles tells AXL to leave as soon as possible. AXL initially resists, but eventually runs. He was running when he made a few tweaks to his system and then got burned. Sarah and Miles were feeling really depressed at this point, but what can they do? Then, a few weeks later, Miles takes Sarah to an unknown location. They were on the beach when they receive a parcel from Miles' dad, Chuck. It is AXL's secret code. When Miles switches it on, a signal appears, showing that AXL is still alive in some way. At this, they both were very happy, and the movie ends.